Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sheila will face her alternate toe loss while Hope has an emotional phone call with Liam. At house, Sheila will ship over now that the gun's been fired. Although it originally sounded like Sheila might have been shot in the casket or stomach, the rearmost word points to her being shot in the bottom rather. Sheila will lose an alternate toe by the end of all this, so the show will find a way to work some humor into the whole situation. We'll be sure to deliver updates on any other news related to Sheila's part in the chaos. Liam will head to the sand house and take a phone call from Hope outdoors. Hope will want to check in with Liam since she's still floundering with his terminal opinion, but he'll promise he's not going anywhere anytime soon. After Liam assures Hope that he loves her further than she can imagine, he'll oath to be there hereafter and for as numerous hereafters after that as he can. This will be a way to add to the drama since Liam's about to walk into a life-hanging situation. Liam will hear a commotion and rush in to help Steffi, but he's going to face a projectile crack in the process. Once Liam becomes Luna's coming victim, will Steffi take matters into her own hands? Will Steffi get the armament down from Luna and fire it in her direction? Luna herself will end up on the operating table soon enough. It looks like Luna's plot will take another disastrous turn and make her a projectile victim, too. The paramedics will be called to the scene so that all these wounded characters can eventually get exigency care at the sanitarium. Gracely and Bridget will clearly put their medical chops to good use. We wouldn't want to miss Finn's response to all the mayhem Luna unleashed, so stay tuned. Sheila will collapse after the firing that just played out. Liam will also take a pellet trying to save Steffi. A projectile just fired at the sand house after Sheila tried to catch the armament down from Luna. It wouldn't be long until it's revealed that Sheila is the one who was wounded since she'll drop to the bottom in medical torture. Steffi will reel as Luna turns the gun on her coming and threatens to pull the detector. Liam, partake a sweet phone call with Hope before realizing commodities wrong at the sand house. Liam will eventually rush through the door and put himself in detriment's way as he works to save Steffi. Luna's plan will get derailed and leave her scrabbling. Liam will face a projectile crack of his own, but there'll be a third victim in the midst of all this mayhem. Could Luna herself land in a life-hanging situation? If Steffi can get the gun down from Luna, she might fire it in tone defense and eventually end this agony. Steffi's loved bones will grow decreasingly concerned as they try to track Luna down. Once everybody gets updates on Luna launching this sandhouse chaos, Bill will get criticized for arranging her amnesty. Sheila, Liam and victim number 3 will be rushed to the sanitarium by midweek, so that'll pave the way for the critical surgeries ahead. Gracely and Bridget will all be part of the medical platoon that gets to work in the coming occurrences. Finn will reel over all the disturbing news. A shot was fired after Sheila seized Luna's gun. Lee also held Poppy responsible for Luna's issues, so let's talk about all the curveballs in Monday's B&B occasion. At Sand House, Luna tried to get Sheila on her side and claimed Steffi was the reason they were forced to go to Axe's. Sheila knew from her own experience that using a gun wasn't the right way to handle this and prompted Luna to put it down. Once Hayes' name came up, Luna made it clear that she'd no way hurt her half-family. Steffi wondered how Luna anticipated her to believe that when she was standing there with the armament. Luna stood her ground on having a relationship with Hayes and Finn. Sheila kept trying to talk Luna down, but Luna claimed she'd waited long enough to connect with her pater. Still, Luna felt she could have the father-son bond she wanted, if Steffi could just look beyond the history and stop standing in the way. Sheila pushed Luna to stop hanging Steffi, but Luna argued that she was and acted like she didn't bait Steffi there to harm her. Steffi decided that if Luna wasn't going to hurt her, also she'd free Ms. Dillon and get them both out of there so they could call the Bobbies. After Steffi maintained that Luna wouldn't be part of Finn's life, Luna stopped her from going in the other room. Sheila eventually dove for Luna's armament, which led to a struggle. A shot was fired between them that left both Luna and Sheila looking shocked. At the sanitarium, Lee criticized Poppy for Luna's rotten nonage and felt her family was the reason Luna turned into a monster. After Lee took pity on Luna kindly. She reiterated that Poppy meddled everything up for her and assured Finn he was at fault. At Precipice House, Ridge Taylor, Electra, and Will all bandied Steffi's meeting with Ms. Dillon, which should have been over by now. Will and Electra got updates on the weird fortune teller origami as well as news about Miss Sunshine being a coadjutor at the art program. There was also some talk about Sheila visiting Taylor to sound the alarm about Luna. Ridge decided to let Baker know about Sheila coming over since his precedence was keeping his family safe. Steffi marvels are headed Ridge and Taylor's way soon, so stay tuned. Brooke life has been spent hopping from one man to the coming, and if they're in the same family Forrester all the more accessible. Now that Nick is back in city, will Brooke follow her yellowed playbook and give in to his temptations? Why not? She kissed him in her undergarments during their first face-to-face. Let's find out what differently Brooke could have up her sleeve. Brooke's son Hope is a chip off the old block, but that's another story for another time. When she was youngish and Brick were married, Nick raised Hope like she was his own. Hope would much rather see her mama with non-military man Nick than dressmaker Ridge. Will she play kingmaker for Brick despite Brooke being hung up on Ridge? That's a definite perhaps since Ridge has been terrible to Hope in the recent history. He's called her a slut and worse and serve it to say that there's no love lost between Hope and Ridge. Hope teamed with Carter to steal Forrester Creations from its due possessors. When they succeeded, Hope and Carter rubbed it in Ridge's face and threw a litany of rude names at him while they caught his office. Ultimately Carter and Hope were overthrown, but not before Brooke lost it with Ridge for the way he treated her son. Showing her true colors, she's formally again choosing Ridge over Hope. Still, wouldn't you want Brooke with anyone other than Ridge? That's why we prognosticate that she'll do everything in her power to help a bridge reunion, if you were in Hope's shoes. Hope may play dirty to push her mama toward Nick. Indeed, Katie tried to nethermost line Brooke about Ridge, but to no mileage. We prognosticate that Hope could go to the dark side to pull Brick back together again. And this could have disastrous consequences for her future at FC. Luna will continue her reign of terror on Steffi, and she's not playing fair. Luna's jest will continue to helical and she'll drag her little family Hayes into the pack. It's hard to believe that anyone could harm a little sprat, but is there any line that Luna Nozawa wouldn't cross? This is the same crooked girl that killed 2 innocent men at Il Giardino, framed her mama for her crimes, and also held Steffi hostage in her pen. At this stage in the game, there's really no light at the end of the lair for Yamada's worried character. It's hard to bed for someone who was pardoned for 2 murders and got an alternate chance at life and still hasn't changed their ways. Sheila can't indeed get behind you, you're living all wrong. But, Scuttlebutt has it TPTB at the cleaner are veritably invested in the youthful actress and want to keep her around. Luna have an evil twin? We could no way forgive Luna for the effects she has done, but it would be okay for her to stick around if it was just her killer ringer that committed her crimes. There's no other way the residers of Los Angeles would ever accept her into the fold, however, also perhaps Finn and his woman. Steffi will let her spend some time at their house and actually get to know her, if it's revealed that Luna isn't actually a killer.